It is a Tory safe seat. They are untouchable in this area. But with a few posters, I'm sure we can make a dent, even if it's just a small dent. The cheese press. Hello. I'm just wondering if there's any way in which you'd be up for putting my poster.
I can't say yes or no. I have a feeling that my boss wouldn't, with it being political.
Absolutely fine.
All
no
right,
stress at all.
good luck, love.
Local shops didn't want to back me, and this was going to be a problem.
The landlord doesn't let us advertise anything.
I'm not allowed to put them up.
It was rejection after rejection. How am I meant to get people to vote for me when they won't even put up a flipping poster? Horror. What are the chances we can get that on the shop window? Consider it. Damn. I just needed to find someone who believed in me. Ooh, that's a very nice hat. Excuse me, sir. That hat. What is the meaning of that? Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, I've based it on my characters.
I'm running for MP here. Any words of advice? Potholes everywhere. Can we see your steampunk place? And little did I know at the time that spotting this hat would be the biggest turning point of my campaign. Wow. So this is your place?
Yeah, it was my grandfather's.
Wow.
Most of the stones in this building were stones made from the castle.
Is it?
Yeah, it's in the form of your old.
So this place here literally represents Richmond. What a place. What's your name, brother? Kate, Nico. I believe our paths were meant to cross. I'm trying to learn as much as I can about Richmond, and I feel like you're a Richmond encyclopedia.
Probably. I used to get Richmond tours, and I'm not doing this on weekends.
I need you in my campaign. Tate was clearly a good guy for his community and a talented guy too. It turns out he actually hand makes a lot of this stuff himself, but sadly, it seemed his business was struggling. So you got a successful business here? Tate wasn't the first person to tell me the town's tourism needed to improve, and I was now more determined than ever to fix it. He said tourism's struggling because people simply just don't want to be in Richmond anymore. I want to be here. Do you? Look at that. The man's name is literally engraved in the floor of this place. I felt so much rejection in this place so far, and now I found someone who represented it more than anyone else. If I could get him on my side, he could be the key and win over the whole area. Would it be possible to put one of these up in your shop window? Really do appreciate that, thank you. That's perfect. Next to the point. So I purchased the frog with some crazy backs and said, thank you so much. Right, thank you for your time. Ciao. Oh, jeez, damn. Low door, damn. Right there. We're in the window. Do you know how many people are going to see that? Yeah, probably. But hopefully those 4 people can turn to at least 1 vote. One vote wasn't enough though. We needed some more posters. Would you be up for putting Vote Nico on the board? Amazing. And the posters started flying up. They put us up in pubs, coffee shops, shoe shops, clothes shops, fish and chip shops, and even the town hall menu box are have united for this. After Legion's hit, our luck had changed. More people in the area started supporting us. Incredible. And it was all because of the stop. I don't think we put our message out there enough. Enough shop fronts are saying vote Nico, and that is what really matters. I'm over the moon with this. I think now we can really push forward.
Right now to the election, and this time next week we'll know who our newly elected Prime Minister is.
We were 1 week out. It seemed Rishi's lies had started to catch up with him as he was plummeting in the opinion polls.
Rishi Sunak is facing electoral annihilation. Sunak is staring at the worst election defeat since 1997. That's what the latest opinion polls are saying. A new survey by YouGov paints a grim picture, the worst yet.
And this seemed like the perfect opportunity for me to insert myself as the answer. I spent the last week getting to know the locals personally.
You got my vote,
July
mate.
4th.
Yeah, you got to beat that rat.
Yeah, right. and it felt like people were starting to warm to me.
I've heard about you.
You heard about me?
Yeah, so you're doing a good job in the area.
But this wasn't going to be enough. If I wanted to compete properly, I needed a plan. So I created a guide to saving Richmond and Northallerton before the election. And who better to pitch it to than Tate? Right now we're about to see Tate again. The reason for that is I feel like he represents this area the best. He knows everything about it. So I want to pitch to him my plan of helping the area before the election and see what he says. And as I headed to see him, I was met with a sickening surprise.
Oh my God, Nico. Look at the window.
Oh my gosh, I'm gone. How do I bring that up to him? Hello, my friend. Is that I saw that the poster fell down.
Oh, I took it down because I decided I'm not going to vote.
Oh, really? What made you decide against voting?
I feel like I'm really making a difference, honestly. I don't think anything I do will really help.
I think you can make a huge impact, Tate. It saddens me that you don't think that your voice matters. My idea is for helping this place. I wanted to come here to speak to you about it.
Yeah.
I've got a plan.
Okay.
Which I want to do before the election. Sounds a bit wild, but I'll tell you. First off, I want to go out and fix some potholes. You think that's a good idea to go and do as long as it's safe?
Yeah, as long as it's safe and they're filled in properly, so we get people talking.
Yeah, get the people talking so they see that it's possible. The next one, what I wanted to do was completely based off our conversation. Bring a whole lot of people in and have like a tour bus to bring the community together. And I was hoping that maybe you could help pinpoint the best places where you think a tour bus could go.
That would help the whole town.
And I'm hoping that with that we can show the change which can be made.
Well, let's hope so. Get that thing done and make sure people see it.
Tate, thank you so much. Your voice really does matter.
Okay.
You might not think that, but I can only tell you the impact which you've had on me, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it's the thing when you're sat here for hours on end with nobody in, you think about a lot of things.
Thank you, Tate. With Tate's approval of the plan, it was time to carry out step one, the potholes. But first, I needed to make sure this was all legal.
Hello.
Hello, it's me, Nico. I found some people in the area who are happy for me to fill in potholes for them. Is that okay for me to do?
No, don't do that.
Right?
Because you're not an elected official, so the roads and the upkeep of roads is not your responsibility, and it could be seen as electoral fraud.
What if I were to dress up as a vigilante so no one would actually know that it was me?
That sounds like a terrible idea. It's still electoral fraud, you just might somehow get away with it, but that doesn't mean it's the correct thing to do.
So I could get away with it?
Maybe.
I would have loved to have filled these potholes in myself. Unfortunately, that would be considered election fraud, as I'd be bribing people to vote for me by helping them out. But luckily, Batman turned up. He joined up with some local pothole fixers and began filling in potholes himself, and we happened to catch it all on camera. What a coincidence. And after fixing his first pothole, word was getting out about it. I'm trying to save this place.
Are you the MP guy?
No, but he seems really cool.
YouTuber,
yeah, since
Who's there?
I'm Batman. Spread the word that Batman's here to save the city. And he was straight on to the next pothole.
What's with the cake?
We're trying to work out how we can save this place.
Some sort of YouTube or Instagram or something like that, is
Yeah, it's called Batman.
it? Batman?
Yeah. Got a few movies as well. Do you know the Joker?
I've seen him. I've not seen him lately.
He's the reason all these potholes are here. Can't believe he managed to find his way as Prime Minister. Batman's next job was a pothole at the front of a local preschool. Don't get any kids in, George.
Don't worry, man.
You little nonce. I can't believe the Prime Minister is allowing children to risk their lives just by stepping into school. Luckily, Batman was here to save the day, while his accomplice George took fake bystander phone footage and posted on the local Facebook groups to try and make sure as many people as possible found out about Batman. We are fighting crime. Take this, Richie. Beforehand, the kids would have left the school and tripped over and maybe broke a bone or something. But now, it's safe. What we've done here is nothing short of heroic. God, it's tough fighting crime. And as Batman headed to his next mission, he tried his best to do some good deeds. Do you need a hand? You need some help? You good?
Who are you calling a devil? Who are you calling a devil? Nah, run along now. Come back. I'm sorry.
Batman then headed into Northallerton to spread some more joy. Nice dog. Nice trim.
What did you say?
A nice trim. Batman continued completing good deeds around the Northallerton area, but people were having a tough time understanding that it was in fact Batman and not me.
Are you Nickel?
No, I'm Batman.
Yeah, you are. You're Nickel.
I'm Batman.
Is he Nickel?
I'm Batman.
You're Nickel.
I'm Batman.
That's Nickel.
I'm Batman. And then Batman moved on to his final pothole of the day. That is an absolutely horrific pothole.
I want to be Robin.
You ready to be Robin?
I'm ready to be Robin.
Robin was happy, and so was Batman. After a long day of filling potholes and helping people, I just hope that the word spreads about Batman. Yeah, hopefully the plan works. And word started to spread pretty fast. That very evening, Batman returned to the centre of Richmond as he was contacted for an interview by a local journalist from Richmondshire Today.
There's got to be a reason why you're filling in potholes. I mean, what inspired you to do it? People get pissed off about loads of things, not just potholes.
First off, I thought, let me try and fix the potholes. You know what they say, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a pothole.
Or you live long enough to see yourself a pothole.
Become a pothole, yeah.
Excuse my ignorance, but are you standing at the election?
No, I'm Batman.
But you're not standing or anything like that?
No,
Can
I'm
I ask
Batman.
what your real name is?
It's Batham.
Yep.
Manley.
Batham, B-A-T.
H-A-M.
Manley, M-A-N.
L-E-Y.
Are you local?
I mean, Gotham's relatively local.
Relative. Thank you very much. You're a superstar.
Tell the world what you've heard today. Well, now that's done. Can't wait to see how people react to that. Off we go. And people were loving Batman. This whole campaign I'd been trying to get through to the boomers of Richmond and Northallerton. Turns out all I had to do was use Facebook, as their groups were absolutely rampant with pictures and videos of Batman.
This is why I'm proud to be British.
Someone had to do it though.
I'm surprised Rishi isn't dressed as the Joker.
I'm told it's Nico Onolana. Google him, winky face.
Not all heroes wear capes, but this one does.
Batman had saved the town. And everywhere you went, you heard his name.
Hello, Batman.
Hello, my friend. Hello. I'm not actually Batman.
Yeah, you were.
No, that wasn't me. Why, did you see him? Did you see Batman?
Everybody did all over the Facebook.
Is it? Wait, so this is Batman?
That is Batman.
Fixing potholes.
If you want a Robin, we're here for you.
Got you guys. Got you.
It's going to be our next Prime Minister, aren't you? We'll make sure you
Yeah,
get that
so-
bastard the votes.
I'm going to. You vote for me?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't expect this much of a positive reaction, especially in this place. Just 10 days ago, I was booed out of this very pub, and now it seemed that these guys were on my side. If the Batman had made the rest of the town feel this way too, I might actually have a chance in this election, and a chance to save this place. From Rishi, who apparently was pretty nearby.
You do know your mates around town?
What, Rishi's been here?
Yeah, he's been in, not in here, but he's been in Taylor's. They're in the shop this morning.
Which shop?
Taylor's shop.
Rishi Sunak, the man I was running against, the man who'd caused so much harm in this country, was mere meters away from me. I couldn't waste this opportunity. I had to find him. How long ago was this?
30 minutes ago.
Well, pleasure, guys. And thanks for telling me about Batman and Rishi. So the Taylors. And my first stop was the pie shop where he'd just been spotted. If I was going to get any info about Rishi at all, I had to make them feel comfortable enough to bring it up.
Who's the next, please?
I couldn't make it too obvious that I was trying to hunt him down. I'm running for MP, so I'm quite excited to try one of these pies. You had an MP in here before? Oh, that's my competition. So what was it that Rishi said when he came here earlier?
He didn't really say much, he just came in and got his pies ready.
He came in and got his pies. And as a question, who has more aura, myself or Rishi? Yeah? The pie shop didn't have much intel for me, but I could sense that Rishi was within touching distance. Where could he be? Where is Sunak? But no matter where I searched, has Rishi been here today?
Not in here.
It seemed I lost his trace.
Have you seen Rishi?
This morning.
Rishi may have escaped our grasp today, but he has not won. The battle is not over. He is just hidden away from me. We will find you, Rishi. And when we do, you'll know that your time is up. I'm not gonna kill him, but I'm gonna let him know that I'm the man. That's what I'm gonna do.
Good morning, Richmond. The general election is less than 72 hours away.
Guys, how would you guys like an MP who joins you on your runs? I'm going to help the people Legend.
It seemed like my work taking down Rishi was working.
The UK election just days away now, and opinion polls suggest the UK is headed for its first change in government in 14 years.
Could Rishi keep up with you guys like this? He's focusing too much on running and not enough on the country. Goodbye, guys. July 4th.
Yeah.
Vote Nico.
With just 2 days to go until the vote, I really ramped up the campaigning.
What flower is that?
Fuchsia.
A fuchsia. I want this country to have a better future.
And I think all of this campaigning, especially with the success of the Batman taking over the local Facebook groups, had really hit home with the locals, as that morning I caught wind of something that blew my mind.
Bought a chocolate to support a local party.
You've just bought a chocolate to support a local party?
There's a chocolate cafe called Mocha, and they are running a chart.
So those are the chocolates you buy, and then you get a black sticker.
All right, we need to go there now. I'm not even joking.
I headed to Mocha, the coffee shop with the election poll, and to my surprise, I, independent, non-party backed Nicholas Omalana, was not only competing with the big parties, but I was in the lead.
You can't say I'm not winning this whole thing. Incredible. What do you need to do to get a vote here?
Buy chocolates for £1 each, and then you get a sticker of your choice, and all the money is donated.
I spent £1 on one of my own Nico Omalana branded chocolates and added yet another vote to my ever-growing tally.
Let's see how I taste. I'm good.
A weird way to say that, but alright.
I'm going to quickly tweet election poll in a local coffee shop. Rishi Sunak 7, Nico Omalana 78. There's levels to this game. Absolutely over the moon. I'm so happy because it's Rishi Sunak 7. He has 7 votes. That's outrageous.
The tide was starting to turn in my favour, and now it was time to put my new influence to good use. I was going to bring the community together with the greatest bus tour Richmond had ever seen. But there was still one man who seemed pretty uncertain about the whole thing.
Hey.
Who was unfortunately feeling a bit under the weather.
You feeling okay?
No.
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's killing me, and absolutely all my joints are aching.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've written out a bunch of
Ideas.
what I can think of.
Okay, this is all looking good. I wanted to put your store there as the final point. Could I put that there?
Yeah, if you want to, sure.
This tour could really change things in this place.
I did the tours like that. It wasn't big. Barely got more than like 12 people at the most.
Tate was being his usual optimistic self.
It's hard to make it a difference.
I'm gonna try and show you that we can do it, Tate. Thank you so much for your time, Tate.
Okay.
See you soon, Tate. So Tate has lost faith in the community of this place. So the only thing that we can do is bring that community back.
So I called up some of the contacts I'd already made in Richmond, because I knew I could rely on them to help me out and come to the tour.
Hi, is this Daniel?
Again?
It's Nico.
Hi, Nico.
Do you remember me?
Nico.
Nico.
No.
You don't remember me?
No.
I did collect the numbers of a few people who'd promised me they'd come to the tour, but who knew if they were actually telling the truth or if they just didn't want to disappoint the new upcoming politician in the area. And I wish I could have spent longer collecting numbers, but I had interviews to do. With my recent rise in popularity, it seemed every journalist in Richmond wanted to hear what I had to say.
Why are you the best person to lead this country?
I have aura, I'm not weird, and I just know what I'm doing.
And for some reason, some of them still weren't taking me seriously, like these guys from The Guardian.
You're a candidate here.
I'm a candidate, the most serious one.
Why are you wearing children's sunglasses?
Why not?
Good answer. So you're a candidate here?
I'm a candidate, yeah. I decided to run here to compete directly against Rishi Sunak.
Why?
When I saw that he wanted to send young people to war, I decided to go to war with him.
But you haven't got a cat in hell's chance, have you?
Well, I do.
You think you have?
Yeah. What's the joke? Have you ever heard of the story of David and Goliath? That's what's about to happen right here. If you don't believe that I can actually win this election, you should go into that coffee shop just there, Mocha, yeah? And you should see the poll, and you should see where Rishi is and how many votes I have.
Okay.
I was just humbled when I walked in there this morning and realised.
This is the first you'd heard of it this morning?
Yeah, I walked in and someone told me, oh, you're winning the poll. And I was like, what poll?
It's the Mocha general election chocometer. You're absolutely eating his lunch, according to
Yeah, he destroyed him. And Rishi is flapping. He's panicking a lot. I'm not counting, but there's 88, which I've got.
Are you even beating the Labour Party here?
Yeah, destroying them as well, by about 30.
Okay.
But I'm not counting.
Right, I better vote then. Well, I think we'll have two on Nico's pile.
Oh my goodness.
I like your attitude.
Thank you, man.
Where's Nico's one?
Nico's all gone. All sold out.
Sold out.
Yeah. Running out of space, I think. Thank you for your vote. Thank you, Guardian. I think that's the first time the media looked at me and were like, I like that. They heard what I was saying and thought, he's making sense, not let's take him down. And that's the type of attitude we need. We need more people like that guy.
Today marks the final day of campaigning in the United Kingdom before voters head to the polls for tomorrow's general election.
Tomorrow, the power is in your hands.
Is there a nightmare brewing for the Conservative Party? If that were replicated on election day, that would mean their worst result since the general election after the First World War in 1918.
Are you the only person left who thinks you still have a chance?
I had a full day of campaigning ahead, but the Nico Milanas from across the country were all going hard on their final day of campaigning too.
Hello, madam. Hello. Who are you voting for tomorrow?
I'm not really sure.
If you could consider my vote, my name is Nico Omilana.
Oh.
A vote for me is a vote for world peace.
Thank you.
They were all out there spreading the word about Nico Milana in their own weird and wonderful ways.
Vote Nico! Vote Nico!
Do you know who Nico Milana is?
I do not know.
Do you know who Chunks is?
Yeah, yeah.
You know his big, tall, lanky, giraffe-looking pal? It's Nico. Vote Nico Milana tomorrow.
Yes, I will. There we go. Vote for Nico at the tallest place in Europe. Vote Nico Milana. Cheers.
They dished out thousands of flyers and hoped to get as many votes for themselves as possible. And now that they'd done their job, it was time to finish mine, which takes us to the final step of my plan, the bus tour. I phoned up Tate before the tour for some final words of advice, but I must have accidentally called him right in the middle of his breath holding practice.
Hello?
Hi, Tate. I'm going to try and bring the community together today, man.
Good luck. Like I said to you yesterday, it's like herding cats.
Well, I'm a professional cat herder, Tate.
Well, I used to think the same thing.
Well, let's hope.
Alright.
Tate didn't fill me with confidence, but I was determined to prove him wrong. I just had to hope everyone from yesterday had stuck to their word.
Oh my, imagine just no one turns up. Okay, I see it now, the turnout is not bad. It's not bad, to be fair. I thought there was going to be no one. We got some people there.
We'd managed to get a decent turnout, but we were still missing one last thing.
Here it is, guys. No, not him, the bus. Enjoy the journey, guys. Welcome on the bus. Here we go, guys. My first Richmond and Northallerton tour. You want to join us? Yeah, come on then. How you doing, man? Let's get into this. Are we ready? Yeah, let's go. Yeah? We're off to Northallerton first. Richmond, I love you. Vote for me. Hey, man. Vote Nico. Vote Nico to save the place. I'll make Richmond a capital city. I'll get Tommy Robinson to change his name to Abdi Mohammed. Hello. Vote Nico.
As we headed to Northallerton, people were loving the tour, and I made sure to give credit where it was due.
You guys know the shop on the corner of the Richmond Square? It's like a souvenir shop. No, it's like a souvenir. The guy who runs it's called Tate.
It was a sad realization finding out just how unknown Tate's shop really was, especially amongst the people who'd lived in Richmond their entire lives.
Yeah. Have you been there before? So the person who owns that store, he made this path for me. So we were thinking to end this tour by going there.
Is that Harry, is it?
Yes, his granddad passed away and then his grandson took over. Yeah, exactly.
Tate's route took us through the local towns of Scorton and Brompton-on-Swale.
Hello, Scorton! Wow, look at that! Look what they drive in Scorton. Hi, mate! Nice car! Vote Nico or we crush you.
And a few miles down the road, we'd reached Northallerton, the furthest point of the tour.
Vote Nico! Hey! I'll put Buckingham Palace on Airbnb! Vote Nico!
And on the way back to Richmond, we were enjoying ourselves.
Hey, one more time.
We'd arrived back in Richmond, but the tour was far from over.
Never knew this thing. It's a good spot. Hello, Tate.
How we doing, mate? You alright?
This is Tate will know better than I do, but there's a whole bunch of Richmond history just in this one building.
It was so heartwarming to see Tate in his element, with a glint back in his eye and a smile on his face as he talked about his passion.
Oh, dear. Careful, guys, careful.
paid for.
Yeah.
People were fascinated by his stories of Richmond and his collection of antiques.
Oh yeah, it's good. Who says that?
A couple people bought a hat for themselves, and so did I.
There we go, perfect. Oh yeah, that looks great. I need to rock this all the time, to be honest.
I've never seen one that good condition. Would not recommend wearing it in the rain.
Guys, Tate literally did the whole tour, which we just went on. He designed it himself, so yeah, massive appreciation to you, Tate, for that. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Tate.
Most hats have sold in weeks.
Since coming back to Richmond, this was the first time I'd seen true community in this place, which is something that Rishi just hasn't been able to create here.
I think that was absolutely amazing, that tour.
And after saying goodbye, we went back to speak to Tate to see how he found it.
Oh, it was a mission, but we got the people together.
I mean, it was nice to hear so many people who'd known my grandfather actually realising it was still open. Nice to have people aware of it again, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm so glad, Tate, because that's what I wanted. I feel like this is such a cool place, and anyone from Richmond would really take this in. But yeah, they're just not aware that it's still here.
Yeah, wish it could be more like that more often, because at the moment it's just like it is now. It's like there's literally two people that show up at once, and I don't know. It's hard.
Do you feel like we've restored your faith a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. It's a step in the right direction. It's got to keep happening.
Yeah.
It can't be just a one-off. I'm impressed you got so many people.
Thank you.
Hopefully not reflecting your votes.
Yeah. Have you thought any more about what you're going to do?
If I do vote, I will give you a vote. Sure.
Wow, Tate. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time, Tate. Yeah, that's fine. Bye, Tate.
I know that I wanted to win, and I was relying on the votes of thousands of people. But I found myself completely infatuated with one man's vote. The man who supported me before anyone else did. I wanted to change this place for him. It's fair enough bringing people to his shop, but it needed to keep happening. And the only way I could guarantee that was by winning. And that brings us to Election Day.
United Kingdom went to polls today about at 6 in the morning. Britons thronged to the 40,000 polling stations set up across the country.
At 10 p.m, the exit poll will be published, and that is a real indication as to who is going to have won this election.
The Prime Minister's constituency always attracts a lot of candidates. One of them is YouTuber Nico, who had hired an open-top bus to travel around Richmond today. His policy of making Richmond and Northallerton a joint capital is unlikely to take off, unless this very, very unscientific coffee shop poll is right.
Why? Why don't they take me seriously? They don't realise that today we're getting more votes than anyone else. We're going to save this country today. It's happening. BBC, there's nothing you can do about it. It's voting day. Let's go.
And to kick off the voting day, I spoke to the town about where exactly their votes were going on this big final day.
Have you voted? I appreciate your vote. I know it was probably a big jump, but I'll make the change which we need in Richmond and Northallerton. Huh? You wouldn't vote for Rishi, did you? You wouldn't do that to me. No, I'm competing against Rishi. I'm competing against it. So why did you vote for me? It's okay if you regret it. You regret it? Okay, well, I forgive you. Next time you vote Nico.
I will. I really will.
Exactly. Bring it in.
So with this elderly gentleman voting for my opponent, it was important I bounced back, and ironically, I bumped into one of only 3 young people in this town, and it turns out he was actually on his way to vote for me.
You weren't going to? And then someone excited the political game.
You made the effort, man, you made the effort. You're up here, Rishi's not. Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing that we've got someone who wasn't going to vote for us. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Brother, you've done it. Thank you so much for your service.
I may have gotten this man's vote, I hadn't yet been able to secure a vote that is deeply important to me, and that's Tate's vote. His influence and my ideas have certainly been a driving force as to why I've been pushing so hard to get through to this town. And the last time we spoke, he told me if he votes, he'd vote for me. So I gave him a last minute call on voting day to see what he was going to do.
Hi Tate. You thinking to go out and vote today, Tate?
Well, I'm thinking about it. Come after I finish submitting this part, basically.
Yeah, okay. So you're going to finish submitting that and then you might go out and vote.